Hey, what's up? My name's Joel. I'm going to do a tutorial on how to make a dubstep wobble bass in Ableton Live 9 using Operator and only Ableton Live 9 native effects. I've seen a few tutorials on YouTube, but nothing really gets uh, the sound that I kind of want. So I want that really gritty, dirty sound, and yeah, so I've played around today and I've sort of figured it out. So have a sus. Just brand new, just made some tracks here for my kick and snare. Drag an instance of Operator into a new MIDI track. First thing is I'll change this down here to this little square. So basically, signal from A flows into B, and then separately the signal from C flows into D. So just using A and B for the moment. In A, go to the oscillator. In here you've got your frequency sort of spectrum, I guess. Lows down here, and then your highs up here. So what you want is, if you like, a saw wave is square. Sorry, yeah, that's saw waves like that. Whereas I'm just gonna put them all down to 0 and just kind of build a little bit. Yeah, cool, that should do for now. So now I'm just going to right click on B and copy from oscillator A, and copy the envelope from oscillator A also. And then just put it from 0 and then bring the level up on B until you find something that sounds good. It's kind of cool. You can also get some cool speech stuff happening. With automation, but yeah, I'm not going to do that today. Cool, that sounded pretty fat. Oh yeah, also click this little box section down here and change your voices to 1. That means only one key can be played at one time. If you have any more than that, you can start getting nasty chords. You don't want that, so just change it to 1. Click here just above the pitch envelope box, turn glide on, so that way it'll slightly glide between the two notes. Just like it at 50. Cool, so now I'm going to turn these ones on, right click C, copy from A, and then right click on D, and copy from B. So without them, just fattens it up a little bit. Cool. I'm going to turn the filter on. A little bit of envelope, maybe like 15% or something. And then I'm going to turn excuse me, the LFO on and take them all off this section here is what the LFO is modulating. So by default it's got A, B, C and D selected, and that's the volume. So I'm just going to take them off and select the filter. Turn the amount up. Select here, this little drop down menu, click sync. And there you go. I don't like that sound of the resonance, so I'm just going to turn that down. And then you just adjust the filter setting until you find something that sounds cool to thy ears. You can even try changing it to low 24, which I find a little bit more responsive than low 12, but just whatever sounds good to you. Yeah, I think the low 24 is going to work. Tone value is just personal preference, really. Cool. That's sounding alright. Cool. So I'm just going to go to my audio effects panel on the side here. Open up the preset list for saturator. I'm just going to drop the preset a bit warmer on there because I find it does exactly what it says it does. It makes it a little bit warmer. So without it, with it, much nicer. Yeah, okay. I'll whack the preset for overdrive called enhance is a nice one. It just adds frequency content pretty much in the high end, so it just gives you a little bit more of a presence in that high end. But I'm going to move that down a little bit. That sort of high mid area. Yeah, it's sounding cool. Okay, so after the saturator, this is going to be our high to mid, sort of mid frequency bass range. So after the saturator, before the overdrive, I'm going to put it not an EQ3, an EQ8. Okay, just take out some of those low ends so I can add a separate sub layer. Brick wall at about 100. Yes, somewhere around 100, maybe 80 if you like. You're just getting rid of those low sub and cool. Sounding alright. So maybe just a little bit of reverb after that. Put it on. Should be alright. Yeah, it just gives it a little bit of depth. Not much. I might whack that before the saturator. Maybe not. Cool. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is select all of it by shift clicking from left to right or whatever, or just pressing Command A if you're on a Mac. Once you've got them all selected, Command G to group it. You click this little button here, it opens up your chain list, and then Command R or right click, rename mid. Cool. So now just for the sub layer, just grab an operator, throw it in there below mid, rename that to sub, solo it. Just a sine wave by itself is kind of alright, but I'm just going to make sure and take all those high frequencies out of it. Just sort of get a low sub frequency that you like. And then on that sub, whack a compressor, just compress it a little bit. Really bring out those frequencies. And there you go. So without the sub, with the sub. And then what you can do is grab this rate knob here on your mid bass, grab the rate knob, right click it, map to macro 1, and there's your wub rate. Cool. Oh yeah, if you want to make it a little bit fatter, you could whack a chord plugin on the mid and just shift one of them up to 12, which is an octave above, so it'll be the same note. And then, but because we set our voices to 1 before, you can only one note can be played at a time. So just change that to 2, and that'll play the root note and the octave higher. It's a little bit dirty, but you know, it can work if that's what you want. I'm not going to, however. So once you got that in like a nice neat little, where did it go? There it is. You've got everything in a nice neat little package. Just click the instrument rack, Command R to rename it, I don't know, wub bass. Cool. Now just side chaining. I'm sure you've done it before. I'm going to show you anyway. Just open my lovely set of Vengeance sample packs. Just grab a nice kick. Just make like a 1-2 bar loop or something. Just my kick, my snare. I'm just going to make a 4 bar loop. I like my drums red. Cool. So now you got them in there. Just whack a compressor on your wub bass track. Sidechain that little guy to the kick. Oh, whoops. I should probably write a melody. Just start on G, I guess. Just write something, whatever. Cool, so now it's compressing. Every time the kick plays, it'll duck out of the way and make room for that so the bass frequencies don't clash. Oh, excuse me, I've had a long day sleeping. So now that's the kick one. I'll just duplicate that for the snare, get a little bit less, I guess. Oh, before that, I'm going to whack a glue compressor just to bring the bass elements together. Excuse me, I forgot to do that before. So I'm only new to this glue compressor, but we'll see how it goes. Just let that play. So without. And with. Yeah, didn't really do that much, but I think it sounds a little bit better. And that's before your side chains. Cool, so there you go. Now you can just play around and map that, change the rate. There you go. Sounds alright, and hope you learned something. Cheers.